I don't know what happened there. Well, actually, I opened YouTube and it was playing a short, and then I started the live, and then it started playing the short. So I don't know if you could hear it, but I could definitely hear it. But yeah, these are going to be segmented videos now. This one is just sheep in here. So you go this way, and then there's this section where the trees open up, and then there's a few sheepies. I don't think, can you see their eyes in the distance? All these sheep on the left, they've like got a load of buddies they can shelter with, but then these two on the right, they're just on their own. Poor guys. Coco. Don't freak them out. That's good. Well done. Good, nice and still. That's it, let's go. Let's go. Good. Good girl. It's very boggy here. This has been torn up by a tractor. We are potentially going to be quite muddy when we get back. I think that's a little path around the forest there as well. Whoop. Doobie doobie doobie, my hand is getting freezy. And it's frozen. Ooh. Wrap it in. I do have gloves. But operating operating this camera with gloves on isn't that easy. I can see why it took me half an hour to get down there. This is slow trudging in this. I hope you can hear that squelchy sound. Quite satisfying. What's quite good about these walks at night is not 99.9%. There is nobody else out on these walks, so Coco can just go off the lead, just chill. Good. And you hope as well, it doesn't always happen, but you hope that if there was somebody else, they'd be wearing a head torch, so you'd see them coming from a while off. You get lots of time to put her on the lead. This section was very muddy. So go over here. Went to watch that new film yesterday, Hamnet, which I was having a little Google about because I wanted to know if Hamnet was like based on true events and things, but I think there's actually not really. It's about William Shakespeare's son, and I think there's not actually any. I don't think there's anything written about Hamnet except for just his death record that they can see. And I don't know if it's tied. I don't know if people know if it's tied to Hamlet either. But which I think was 4 years or something after the death of his son, he wrote Hamlet, and it's a tragedy. So I don't know whether, they don't know whether it was related essentially, but Hamlet was actually written in 2020, so actually not that long ago, and it was written by this author, I can't remember her name, and she wrote it because she just felt it was a story that was kind of never told between like William Shakespeare and his personal life. A lot of the time people and academics, I suppose, focus on all of the work that he did and apparently see his wife as somebody who kind of held him back, and this not very nice. She's not portrayed very nicely, but so I think the author of Hamlet wanted to portray the wife in a different way, and the wife of William Shakespeare, Agnes, I think, and the family life and everything behind that. It was really good acting. I was actually really impressed as well. I mean, I'm not an actor, so I was really impressed with we've all watched lots of films, I suppose. Not everyone actually exclusively doesn't watch films. It's like their thing. I don't watch TV or films. I think that's their thing. Anyway, I've watched a lot of films, and I was really impressed with the boy that played Hamlet. Really good actually. He for his age, they did a lot of close-ups, and I remember watching a few videos about the guy, I can't remember his name again, the guy that plays Smeagol or Gollum in Lord of the Rings. He is well known for being like one of the best like facial actors, I don't know if that's how you say it, in the world, and a lot of the work that he did with Smeagol and Gollum was actually kind of helped to really advance, and you see actors and they're using like, they've got the dots all over their face and like over their body and stuff, and they're tracking it. They developed a lot of that for him, for Lord of the Rings and Gollum and Smeagol, and he was like big advocate for that because, and well known for like facial expressions and things like that. And they're saying how it's like there aren't many actors that can do that really well. And then they were doing a lot of up close stuff in Hamlet with this boy and with the other actors in it, and very impressed, very impressive. I just love going to the cinema, love eating. I've never had like a full proper meal though at a cinema before until yesterday. Usually I'll just scoff my food before we get there, but I had a hot dog and these little potato bite things like tater tots, and I was sat there eating this hot dog and these tater tots at the cinema, and I was like, this is the best cinema experience I've ever had. Coco, there's a electric tape here. We don't want to touch that, do we? It is very dirty. You are dirty. It is dirty. Let me stay. Keep your head still. Right, we're gonna keep close here so you don't get electrocuted. Yeah. We don't want to touch electric tape, do we? Right, I might need 2 hands here, which might be difficult. You are so muddy that I think you might need a bath which you never enjoy, I never enjoy. That's good. Well done. Yeah, so in the summer, imagine there's lots of horses in here. It is extremely muddy in here though. That can't be fun. But you know, in this climate, how do you stop this sort of place getting like super muddy? You can see it's just so wet. This part down the middle can't be walked that often because the sides are completely destroyed and then this bit just isn't. This like little this little estate up ahead is so strange. It looks like really Americanized. This is like a load of bungalows. I think it might be like retirement homes, like a retirement village. But I've seen places like this. It's almost like what you get at a caravan site or something. And I've seen places like this maybe by the beach and things like that, but would never expect one to look like this around here. Never seen it before. It's really interesting. Very well kept. It said no parking down here, and walking through I can tell why. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. I would show my face, but you actually won't be able to see it. It's too dark. Filming on the iPhone 16 Pro, it's just not, the front facing camera as well definitely is not good enough. This is the 24mm, like the standard front camera, which is the best on the iPhone 16 Pro in the dark. But if I turned my head torch off now, you wouldn't be able to see anything except for those lights in the distance. So, it seems really dark, but it's actually not that dark. It's just this phone's not that great in the dark. But the camera, on the other hand, with the exposure time, is that what it's called? The exposure time? Yeah, that's amazing. If I took a picture here, it'd look like the day, which is pretty insane. These horses, a few horsies up here. Slippery cocoos. Steady. Ooh. Somebody's taken a bike or something down here. Let's be steady. Don't want to startle any horses. We also want to know exactly where they are. There was one on the left. There it is. There's his blinky eyes. He or she? They. I think it's a she. It's just a pony. Ooh. This bit's used, definitely, to walk on. Ooh, sorry, KK. Slipped there. Right, I need two hands, so hope you enjoyed the little night walk. There they are. Ponies. And see you in the next one.